So, broken barrier, you have your coffee granules. Kita nyo agad what's going on.
Oh, it's inside the bottle already.
Going inside. So let's demonstrate. There you go. It's
All the
going.
dust, all the allergens,
Yes.
madedetect agad ng skin. Hello and welcome to Skincare for Hope's hashtag Hope series. Now, one of the pillars of Skincare for Hope is educating those with sensitive skin. So we created this webinar series to bring together industry experts from all corners of the field to share their insights, perspectives, and tips on skincare. So thanks for joining us today. Happy New Year, everyone. Now, welcome to hashtag Hope series, a quick skincare guide for every age and gender. It's a new year, so we're all looking forward for a new glow. And if you want that new glow, one key in skincare for sensitive skin is being kind to your skin and your skin barrier. Now, but what is skin barrier? Well, our episode for today is special. We have a guest who is the perfect expert to simplify this concept in dermatology. Now, our guest is a sought after board certified dermatologist with passion in PubMed, well, also known as scientific journals and studies. And she's passionate in educating and clarifying skin misconceptions. Now, let's all welcome the nerdy derma, Dr. Erin Tababa-Santos. Hi, Erin.
Hi, Dr. Claire. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me here. So, ang lamig-lamig na. It's January. It's a new year. Pansin mo ba? Parang ang lamig na, no? And lately, I just realized ang dry-dry ng skin ko. In the morning, I have to apply my
Same.
moisturizer again. Ikaw, how are you doing?
Same. As in, layer ng moisturizer, pampasmoothen ng skin.
Oo. So, napaka-important talaga ng moisturizers, no, when it comes to derms. And for today, ang topic natin is skin barrier. But Erin, what is skin barrier nga ba?
Okay. So before we answer that, let's look at the skin first. So the skin, meron siyang 3 layers. Alam na ni Doc Claire yan. So meron tayong top layer. That's the touchable part, the visible part of the skin. And then underneath that, the one that supports it, you have your dermis. So diba sa taas, epidermis. Beneath it is the dermis. And the bottommost part, that's your fatty layer or your subcutaneous layer. Now, where does the skin barrier come in? Now, remember, let's go back. The topmost layer of the skin, that's your epidermis. Now, the topmost layer, it also has its own topmost layer, and it's made up of these flat, very flat skin cells na they're connected to each other. And in between them, surrounding each of these flat skin cells, you have your waxy layer. So all of that, it forms this very strong, very waterproof na
Waterproof.
shield.
Parang
Yes, and
raincoat,
that's
no?
that's your skin barrier. So the analogy I like to use is when you have the wall of your house,
Right.
you have your hollow blocks, and those hollow blocks, Doc Claire, yun yung skin cells. And then in between the hollow blocks, the one that supports and protects your hollow blocks, you have your cement. And that's the protective layer, that's your oily layer. And the entire thing, the wall, that's your skin barrier.
Wall nga, di ba? Barrier. So, meron ka talagang hinaharangan. So, that's our,
Yes.
that's the outer part of our skin. But why is this very important nga ba, Doc Arian? Let's try to explain.
Yes. So great question. Barrier for what? So the skin barrier, you have to think of it like a shield, and sobra namin yung ginagawang functions na hindi natin siya napapansin at all. So number one, it protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. So Doc Claire, she's very familiar, for example, like with skin cancers, and the skin protects us from that. And second, it also serves as a shield from infection. So for example, yung mga bacterial infection, you can also have your fungal infection. So the shield or the skin barrier stops that from happening. What else pa? It prevents the entry of potential irritants, your allergens. It's waterproof. So imagine mo kung hindi ka waterproof when you go to the ocean, madidissolve ka. That's scary, no? And then apart from water going in, it also decreases the rate of water going out from the body into the environment. So yung drying of the skin. So the skin barrier stops that. So sobrang daming function, no? So that's the purpose of your skin barrier.
Right. Now, Erin and I prepared some models for you guys so that we can understand better what is the skin barrier. Gusto mo una, Erin?
Yeah, so this is actually very nice kasi it shows you how great the barrier is. So first, let's demo first yung Doc Claire, yung healthy skin barrier. So should I go ahead, Doc Claire?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Ano ba
So
ang
ito siya.
healthy skin barrier?
Yeah, so we have here first, look first at the top. So you have here what we can consider as your skin barrier. And you can see like these individual rectangles. Yan.
Ay,
So
parang
pwede
balat
nyo siyang
natin,
i-consider.
ano?
Yes, kakulay pa, ang ganda, no? Very pantay. And this is an example of an intact skin barrier. Now, to represent irritants, allergens, infections, we have your coffee granules. Oh, I wish you guys can smell this. So you can see it's very visible, no? So how does the skin protect us? So if it's intact, I will sprinkle some coffee on top. And anong prediction yung mangyayari? Will the coffee go into the bottle?
Well, it
What do
has
you
to be
think?
a barrier. So, dapat harangan. Let's see.
Yes. So since you have an intact barrier, so here's what we're
Healthy
going to do.
barrier.
See, you
So,
have
if you have
your coffee
infections,
granules.
bacteria, your
Yes. And what
allergens,
does
your
happen?
dust,
Yeah. So all
what?
of it
Just
remains
on top.
on top. Diba? So it's
Mm.
very effective barrier. See, wala sa bottom ng bottle. All right. Now, what if the barrier is broken, Doc Claire? Ano kaya mangyayari? Feeling ko alam na ng
Sira-sira na.
watchers. Yes, what will
Ano
happen?
nga
So,
ba ang sira-sira na barrier? Let's see.
ano nga ba yung sira-sira na barrier? So, let's go back, Doc Claire, dun sa initial explanation. So, to our viewers, do you still remember the analogy? So, you have your hollow blocks, and then you have the cement in between. Now, if your barrier is broken, you can imagine na yung cement in between the hollow blocks ay butas-butas, ulang. So, when that happens, this is what your skin barrier looks like. So, kita nyo?
Right.
In
Hiwa-hiwala
between, you
yung
have
cells. Oo.
yes, you have your spaces. Now, if the barrier is broken, what do you think will happen if we put the coffee granules? So let's demonstrate. So, broken barrier, you have your coffee granules. Kita nyo agad what's going on.
Oh, it's
See?
inside the bottle already.
Going inside. So let's demonstrate. There you go. It's
All the
going.
dust, all the allergens,
Yes.
madedetect agad ng skin. And then that's when your
Yeah,
skin
so
starts to react.
So you see, if the barrier is broken, all your irritants are able to go inside the skin. Whereas if your barrier is intact, see, ang galing niya, shield, nasa labas lahat. Oh, di ba? Ganda ng model.
Perfect example, yes. And so other than keeping allergens, keeping bacteria out of papunta sa body, our skin barrier also tries to maintain the moisture inside. Diba? So ngayon, ako naman magdadamo. The
Yay.
paper kasi yung ginamit ni Doc Erin kanina, but I will be using aluminum foil. So this is an intact skin barrier, tinatawag, or outside na balat. And if you have a broken, no, parang nasira, na dry, ito naman, mayroon siyang konting butas-butas. And
Yes. So
usually,
hindi maganda yung shield.
now, wala ko masyadong water. I use acetone today, and this is a colored acetone so that I can wet a cotton ball inside. Now, so babasain ko to.
Yan, para kitang-kita.
And also the other bottle. So I have 2 cotton balls, And let's see ha. So, yung isa, i-coveran ko ng intact na skin barrier. Let's see if that's gonna be enough to keep it moist. And yung isa naman is medyo butas-butas. And let's see how it will help keep the moisture in. Medyo magta-timer muna tayo ha in the meantime. 5 minutes lang. And while we wait for that to dry out, Erin, let's discuss. Bakit nga ba nagkahabutas-butas? Or why does our skin barrier become weak?
Good question, no? So, what can damage the skin's barrier? There's actually several things. Now, the first one, you can have physical things which physically destroy the barrier. So, examples niyan, over-exfoliation. For example, sobrang often ka maglagay ng exfoliating toners or you're so intense in terms of the exfoliation. Like, for example, yung mga loofah or yung mga scrubs. If the environment is dry. So if the environment is dry, that can actually harm the skin barrier. What else? We can also have conditions which baseline gives you an already impaired skin barrier. So ano example nun? Familiar ba kayo sa atopic dermatitis?
Or eczema, no? People who have
Yes, or
eczema.
Eczema to skin, baseline, their barrier is already impaired kasi ang bilis nilang mag-dry. Now, pag dry sila, the skin feels that dryness as a form of parang banat. So when you, halimbawa, clue yun when you over-cleanse your face feels banat or tight. It also looks flaky and rough and it feels itchy. Now, it's a vicious cycle kasi when it's dry, it can become inflamed. It becomes itchy, you scratch it. And if you scratch it, you give it more wound. So parang paulit-ulit nasisira yung barrier. And then, Doc Claire, familiar ikaw dito, I'm sure, with your patient. So for example, there are certain medications which can dry out and can potentially hurt the skin barrier. So for example, dyan mga chemotherapeutic drugs.
Radiation, yeah. Oh, so
So
cancer
those
patients are
things,
prone to dry skin and broken skin barrier.
yes. So familiar sila doon na nagda-dry yung skin. Now, those things can all damage the skin barrier. And when the barrier is damaged, remember the model kanina? All those bad guys can come in. So we don't want that to happen.
Tsaka ano rin for elderly, as you grow old, your skin tends to be more drier. No? Mas nagiging dry siya.
Yes, I agree. Lalo na ngayon, cold temperature, di ba? Lahat, na-feel namin ni Dr. Claire na nagda-dry yung skin namin. So, signs ng damage to the skin barrier, this includes yung rough texture. Number 2,
flaky.
A lot of feeling of the tightness and the itching. And you can also see na para siyang may scales or yung tinatawag na parang scales ng fish. Makikita mo yun sa skin and that's a sign of skin dryness, which can damage the barrier.
Right. So once you see that, nako, ibig sabihin, kailangan nang gawa ng paraan or i-moisturize yung skin.
Yes.
Oo nga ba? So when our barrier becomes weak, let's see ha, dun sa model model natin kung mag-work.
Excited ako.
Let's see. So this one has a broken skin barrier kasi may butas-butas. So if I have acetone in the container, which is like an inside, if I squeeze it, let's see. Wala siyang masyadong lumalabas. But dry out na siya. If it's an intact container and haharangan niya yung evaporation ng acetone, let's see, I don't know. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys see that, pero
it's still moist.
Still moist, right?
It's visible.
Yeah,
yes,
so basa pa rin.
Same as if yung nilagyan mo kanina, whereas yung kanina, wala na talaga. So, very good model.
So, we really have to make our healthy skin very good. Kasi it really tries to maintain the moisture in the inside. Doc Erin, how do we do that nga ba? How do we make our skin barrier stronger?
So that's actually quite simple. The first one is don't over cleanse and don't over exfoliate. So try to
Mild
choose
cleansers, no?
cleansers.
Oo.
Yes, try to choose mild cleansers which leave your skin feeling soft after using them. If you feel banat afterwards, or if you see flaking around the lips, I'm sure you've experienced that, lalo na after brushing your teeth. So that's a sign that your cleanser may be too harsh. Now, sometimes, even if you use a mild cleanser, your skin may still feel dry afterwards. That's where the second step comes in. Try to use moisturizers to help bring back moisture and to help repair your skin barrier. Now, look for ingredients which have skin repairing, look for products which have skin repairing ingredients. For example, dyan, mga fatty alcohols, ceramides, and very good emollients para mas-soften and mas-smooth yung skin.
Oo. And there's actually different kinds of moisturizers. Sabi nga ng isang derm friend ko, any moisturizer in front of you, basta meron, grab it na, no? If you have dry skin. Kasi yun, kung yun ang makakatulong sa inyo, it could be oils. Oils or what we call occlusive moisturizers. Pwede nyo ilagay, lalo na after bath, after taking a bath. Kasi that will trap in the water. And then we have emollients. Yun yung dinidescribe ni Doc Erin kanina. Their
Yes.
emollients goes inside, parang nag-absorb papunta dun sa skin. And humectants, may iba pa kang ingredients, tawag namin humectants sa derma kasi tinatry pa niyang kunin lahat ng water from the air going in. That's your hyaluronic acid na moisturizers. So, basta may moisturizer in front of you, gamitin nyo kasi it will help your skin barrier. Lalo na ngayon, no, it's the weather's really so dry and cold. So, mas makakatulong talaga sa inyo yon. And if you have concerns, derma, punta kayo sa board-certified dermatologist. Ayan, si Doc Erin, me.
Oh, that's a
To
good point.
consult.
Oh, so the skin barrier, you can self-medicate like with lotions, for example, if it's dry, but as soon as you have, for example, like a non-healing wound, if you have redness that doesn't go away, or if you have a rash that grows bigger even after you self-medicate, it's best to consult with a derma para lang sure tayo.
Yes. Okay, great, Erin. Let's summarize what we've talked today.
So for today, number one, your skin barrier serves as a shield. It protects you from the harmful agents in the environment. And to protect it, you have to use your moisturizer whenever you feel that it's rough, or you feel itchy, or you see that it's already dry. Now, to prevent damaging your skin barrier, you have to use gentle cleansers, use moisturizers, and I forgot to mention earlier, try to avoid triggers which cause you to scratch. So for example, if pawis makes you scratch, try to dampen use a cloth to wipe away the pawis or avoid triggers. So those are the things that you can do to maintain your skin barrier.
Great. Thank you so much, Erin. And consult a board-certified dermatologist. So here at Skincare for Hope, we have a free online dermatology consult. Do check us at skincareforhope.com and click free dermatology consult over there. And we'll be ready to help you. So thank you so much, Erin, for joining us today. And I hope all our viewers have learned a lot and will do take care of their skin. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching #Hope Series. We hope you enjoyed this episode in caring for your skin barrier with Dr. Erin Santos, the nerdy derma. Catch her blogs in Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also check out Skincare for Hope's website and our free online dermatology consultation to help bring hope and healing to your skin. To catch all the latest from Skincare for Hope, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Skincare for Hope, or visit our website www.skincareforhope.com. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.